And we are extremely proud to say this, that this is gonna be extremely helpful to you guys. Well, welcome to the show, and this is my episode 2. Using the tech AI and using only the wrappers with no root system on it. What is the brutal truth about AI and IoT, which no conference tells us? That in the decarbonization space, is it really going to lead to profitability, or is it just an added cost? Well, it gives me an immense pleasure. Well, I'm at the juncture of episode 2 of my show, Odyssey of Entrepreneurs by Suruchi Dua. And this is gonna be my season 3 CEO edition. Well, in the world of AI, in the world of IoT, and in the world of technology, which is changing every second, we have a very eminent personality of the IT world with us, and he is the owner's leadership in the digital technology world from last 30 plus years with an experience in telecom and IT. May I invite Mr. Sunil David on our show, and it gives me immense honor to have these words of wisdom from him. And I'm sure the world wants to know, what is the entire game of AI? What is the standing of AI? I have some brilliant questions to ask, and I'm sure this will be extremely helpful to all the solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and also to the startups out there, and also probably to the IT world, when he's going to be spilling the beans, wherein he has been a part of 400 plus forums and been mentoring the startups from last so many years. May I invite Mr. Sunil David? Well, welcome to the show, and this is my episode 2 with Sunil David, guys, and we are extremely proud to say this, that this is gonna be extremely helpful to you guys in the current IT scenario. Well, welcome to the show, Sunil. We are extremely proud to have you here, and it's been an immense honor to have you with us at Odyssey of Entrepreneurs. My first question, which is that you have been part of 400 plus forums, right? And what is the brutal truth about AI and IoT, which no conference tells us?
Yeah, firstly, Suruchi, thank you so much for having me on my show. On your show, conferences, platforms like this can give a lot of exposure to companies, leaders about the art of possible, how technology can solve business problems,
Right.
various nuances of technology, sharing of best practices.
Right.
But at the end of the day, leaders should go and execute.
Right.
So conferences cannot automate intent and cannot automate ownership. So when push comes to shove, they have to learn all these technologies, best practices, and go and implement. And
Right.
how to implement, how to go about that, conferences don't teach you that.
Wow, that's a very wisdom answer. That conferences do not teach you how to implement those practices. So when it comes to implementation, I think in the AI world currently, what's happening, what I also know, Sunil, is that generally what is happening in the AI world is that people are using the tech AI and using only the wrappers with no root system on it, right?
Yeah, so what is important is to understand what problem you're trying to solve, right?
Right.
See, there's so much of buzz about AI, so much of hype about AI. A lot of investment has gone into AI.
Absolutely.
But what is very important is what problems they're trying to solve, and how can AI create impact, right?
Absolutely.
I think that's so critical.
Right.
So from whether you look at it from an enterprise standpoint or from a consumer standpoint,
Yeah.
what impact can AI create?
What impact
Right?
can
So
AI create?
don't implement AI just because others are doing it. See how is it going to suit your business, and then go about with the proper AI strategy, and then go about executing.
I really like that. Yeah, you have to plan and strategize
Absolutely.
the AI tools as per what your business is, what's the ask of your business.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
That's what people are not able to identify these days. They're just going in that blind race of AI without even thinking how to go about it.
Yeah,
right?
so one thing is they have to understand that buying AI does not mean that I'm using AI.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Wow.
You buy AI,
Yes.
so one can use Microsoft Copilot,
Yes.
but to what extent is it being utilized?
Yes.
How is it really improving productivity of
Right.
people?
Absolutely.
Right?
I agree
is
with
it
you.
improving decision making? Right?
Right.
So the real value from AI will come
Yeah.
when you adopt it and scale.
Scale.
Scaling AI is the most important.
Yeah.
For that matter, any technology, if you're not able to scale it,
Yes.
then you cannot realize value, you cannot realize ROI.
Okay, wow, that's fantastic. I mean, I'm sure you guys have got a lot of good words to understand this particular thing, that AI is not just a word, there's a lot more behind it. Well, my next question to Sunil is that if Sunil, you are being starting at 28, not with 28 years of experience which you have, but you're starting at 28, guys. So I want to know, what business will Sunil bet on at the age of 28 years in the IT world?
It's a very, very relevant question.
Yeah.
And Suruchi, I would bet on using technology to solve the environmental challenges that we're facing today.
Wow.
Because sustainability is one of the biggest challenges. Environmental sustainability.
Environmental sustainability.
Right? How do you manage your environment? How do you optimize energy usage?
Yes.
Water waste?
Right.
We are confronted with some of the biggest challenges from a climate change standpoint. Right?
Absolutely.
Right? We are seeing unusual weather events. Right? Summers are getting extremely hot. Winters are getting extremely cold. Unusual weather patterns.
Absolutely.
Erratic rainfall.
Yes.
Right? Extensive use of energy.
Right.
Right? So today, technology can play a big part, especially using IoT, AI, analytics all coming together to optimize energy,
Right.
to manage your waste,
Yes.
to manage your water consumption,
Right.
to manage your overall environment. So whether you look at it from a consumer standpoint or whether you look at it from an enterprise standpoint, even from a nation standpoint,
Right.
technology is there available today to really solve these challenges. I mean, just look at Delhi today. AQI is like 400 plus.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Air quality is really bad.
Yes.
Right? There is technology today that will first measure air quality.
Yeah.
And then more importantly, what is that you can do to curb it.
Right.
And tech can play a big part. Right?
Absolutely.
So in my, if I have to bet on it, it is using technology to really solve issues around environmental sustainability, Suruchi.
Wow. And we need leaders like Sunil. We really need, the world need leaders like him to, solve these environmental problems. And I'm so impressed with this answer because people are generally taking tech and AI of course, for the commercial purposes, but thinking of your environment, the climatic changes, and how you can use technology to make it better is something which we all are looking for. That's thought-provoking thing, I would say. And we all look forward for such leaders. Sunil David, guys, we're extremely proud to have him on the show.
Thank you.
So my next question to Sunil is that in the decarbonization space, is it really going to lead to profitability, or is it just an added cost?
Again, a very, very important question.
Yes.
Today, sustainability means that it is actually good for business.
Right.
I think manufacturers should really understand that. Right? When you are actually using technology to manage your environment, when you are able to reduce your energy consumption,
right,
and thereby reduce carbon emissions,
right,
you're actually saving on energy spent, right? Which is actually adding to your bottom line, right? So today, if you look at any manufacturer, especially energy intensive industries, whether you look at paper, cement, steel, automotive, if you look at operational cost of the factory, to run the factory,
right,
energy spend constitutes anywhere from 25 to 30% or even more as an overall spend on their OPEX.
Right.
And if you can able to reduce your OPEX, your energy spend by 10-15%, it makes a huge difference.
Right.
So the message which I want to give is that sustainability is actually good for business.
Sustainability is good for business, but decarbonization, is it? So there is a lot of cost which is involved in decarbonization, which the industries are doing. So, I mean, is the cost going to give you the parallel revenues or not?
No. See, this is for the long haul. You cannot implement the technology and expect that, you can see a saving in 6 months, 12 months.
Okay.
One has to be a little more patient, and one also has to get that energy mix right? See, today you're using power from fossil powered plants. You also have to use renewable energy, solar, wind, and all that. So one has to, and it's a transition, it's an energy transition.
Yes.
So the strategy around ESG for any organization should be how you can get better energy efficiency of what you're currently drawing from fossil fuel plants, plus the getting enough of renewable energy, right? So, in my view, Suruchi, any organization which is on their journey when it comes to ESG, I would say they have to work at least for 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years. Two things. One is they'll definitely start seeing reduction in cost. Number two, from a compliance standpoint also, because all of them are on the journey, they have to submit reports, right? They have to reduce their carbon emission, right? And so from a compliance standpoint also, it is good for them, right? So on both sides, on the cost side as well as the compliance side, it works. One cannot look at ESG only through compliance.
Got it.
Right? You have to look at the larger picture in terms of what am I doing for the environment at large.
I get it. Yeah, I understood your point. So what I can just in summarize is that basically the gestation period is around 2 to 3 years, which he wants to say probably in a better framework. And then if you do that gestation period with patience, definitely the profitability is going to be there. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Well, my next question is again very, very interesting, Sunil. That is metaverse dead, or we are yet waiting for the use cases?
I won't say metaverse is dead.
Okay.
There was a lot of hype about the metaverse the second half of 2022.
Right.
And if you recollect, Facebook changed their name to Meta.
Right.
That triggered a lot of investment into the metaverse space, right?
Right.
So there was, I would say, definitely an overhype about metaverse, about what metaverse can really do.
Right.
But today, there are organizations who are using metaverse. One has to look at specific use cases where metaverse can really play a role in terms of impact.
Right.
Especially in the area of training, in area of maintenance, collaboration, because metaverse is the bringing together of the physical and the digital worlds in 2 dimension or 3 dimension. Right. And the experiences that you get on a metaverse obviously is far better than standard collaboration platforms, right? So there are organizations who are leveraging the power of metaverse, but picking the right use cases becomes very, very important. And metaverse is a technology which requires coming together of number of technologies working very, very seamlessly. Right? You need a lot of cloud.
Right.
You need analytics because you're analyzing the data.
Yes.
You need very high speed, low latency networks.
Right.
Because you're transmitting video information in 3 dimension. So you need low latency, you need very, very high speed networks, and that's where 5G will play a big part. Right. So when you combine all these technologies, have the right platform, then you can really see impact.
Right.
So there are in fact manufacturers in India, even companies in the oil and gas space, including one large PSU in India. I can't take the name. I had an opportunity to analyze that nomination at a CII DX event. They're also leveraging the power of metaverse when it comes to training, learning and development, and so on and so forth. Yes, so definitely not dead, but one has to pick the right use cases, Suruchi.
Right, absolutely. So metaverse is definitely not dead, and picking up the right use cases is something which you need to do to create its impact.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Let's move on further. We are next question. Very interesting session, guys. And what's more dangerous today, a bad AI model or the overconfident leaders?
My emphatic answer is overconfident leaders.
Yeah.
Because you can fix bad AI.
Right.
But how do you fix overconfident leaders, right? So that's my answer.
Right. You cannot fix overconfident leaders. You can fix bad AI.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely right. That's quick. Absolutely right. So T-Hub is India's largest startup incubator by Government of Telangana. And well, my next question to Sunil is that what is the difference between a startup that sounds to be smart versus a startup that is asking for a scale?
Okay, so for startups, especially in the B2B side, or even for a B2C, there are 4 important paths for them. Okay, one is path to product to market fit.
Okay,
that's the first. Then comes path to profitability. Then path to achieving excellence in delivery of products and services. And fourth is path to scale.
Right.
So 4 paths. Path to product to market fit, path to profitability, path to delivery of the best service and product, excellence in that, and finally path to scale. Now, what happens is there are startups.
It's like
once they believe that
it's like you're giving a product life cycle.
Yeah. So, like for example, there are startups whom I know, when they believe that they have the right product to market fit, they straight away want to go to paths to scale.
Right.
And that's the problem, sir.
That's people are looking for shortcuts.
Yeah, so you got to really go through that journey. You know, you got to make sure that yes, you have the product to market fit. Customers not just like your product, they're using it at scale.
I agree with you.
But the most important thing is to get to path to profitability, right?
Absolutely.
We are in the business to make profits, right?
Yes.
And then once you're making profits, you got to obviously make sure that whatever you're providing, whether it's a product or a service, there is excellence in that, right? And then you're talking about path to scale.
Right.
And many startups fail because of the fact that they don't go through this journey. They straight away want to go to path to scale.
Absolutely.
And that's where they fail, Suruchi.
So true. I agree with you very much, Sunil, in this part. That is, I think generally these days people have lost patience. You know, there is the problem. The youth, especially today, is losing patience. They want those quick ways to earn profits and to scale their businesses in a very short span of time. That's what I understand.
Absolutely.
That's what right.
Absolutely, Suruchi.
So I think that's a message.
It calls for patience. It calls for being there for the long haul. Right. Startups cannot expect that you build a product today and you get profitability in 1 year, 2 years. It cannot happen.
Absolutely.
Especially in the B2B side. It is not so easy to pitch into B2B and really get that initial wins and then scale and get a larger customer base, right? So you got to be in there for the long haul. They got to be a lot more patient, and then success is bound to come their way.
Oh yeah, of course. There's no shortcut to success, guys. So basically, what I summarize and gist in here is that for a startup to start, you have to first come up with a product which you think that is going to be a fit to the market, and post when you're confident about it, you go for your profits. And over the profits, you may scale to your business. But do not start with the product to market fit and scale. That's not the way to go about it. My next question is, has AI genuinely created innovation, or is it's just a fancy deck for the CEOs in their PowerPoint presentations?
So again, a very relevant question. So there are pockets where AI has definitely created impact. There are industries which are already started to see impact of AI. There are companies who are still at an early stage when it comes to use of AI. But what I would say here, Suruchi, is that before an organization starts implementing AI and starts seeing impact, it's extremely important to make sure that you get your data strategy right. Before you come up with the AI strategy, your data strategy has to be robust. And calls for very strong data foundations, because your AI model will really work only when you have clean data, authentic data, right?
Absolutely.
So, and hence for enterprises to get that piece right is extremely important. Second is people, right? You need to have the people with the right level of skills to work with all this data. So when you really combine human and AI, that paradigm is very powerful, right? So you can have AI, you need the compute of AI. The human gut instinct is something which AI cannot replace. So when you combine human empathy, gut, instinct, judgment with the power of AI, and when you merge these together, the impact that it can create in an organization is massive.
Absolutely.
Right? So to answer your question, there's still a long way to go. Enterprises have seen the value of AI, but again, coming back to the same point again, that the real value will come when you scale AI. When you scale AI, then the value that you get is far better. Right. So, but first get your data strategy right. Then think of your AI strategy.
Absolutely true. I agree with him. Absolutely, you're right. Okay, so as Sunil said that the foundations have to be right to replicate the AI in a right of way. I have a very buzzword kind of a question, which is going to be a counter question to this probably, that we are talking about. I'm absolutely happy to hear that yes, intuition of humans is equally important, even if AI is present. right? At the same time, people who are thinking out there, generally that's a buzzword. I mean, there's a wrong notion, I would say, that people have, that AI is going to completely eradicate humans and it is going to be eliminating human bodies in the next 50 years or so. So this kind of notion which the public has over this particular thing, since you've talked about intuition, since you talked about human element is going to be there still when you talk about AI. So I want to know that, we want to know more on this. That is, the people think that AI is going to remove the humanitarian perspective, or there will be less jobs. So how would you counter that?
Okay, so today organizations are using automation and AI to automate tasks. So every job is made up of a set of tasks, right? So a lot of the mundane, repetitive tasks are anyway getting automated. Right? So roles which are doing repetitive work, roles which are just doing reporting, those are anyway going away. Right? So roles which require a lot more judgment, human oversight, those roles will grow. Right? And Suruchi, it's very difficult to talk about what will be jobs 5 years from now, because the nature of jobs are getting changed.
Yes.
Right? AI is transforming jobs.
Yes, I agree with you.
Right? So it becomes all the more important for people to understand that one needs to build what I call as an AI mindset. How you can use AI to your advantage.
Yes.
How it can help you improve productivity.
Yes.
Make you a lot more efficient, right? And when you are able to use the power of AI for within your own job, whatever role it is, then I think your own judgment, your skill combined with AI, it will really set you up for a very successful career. So I just want to remove that notion that AI is going to replace jobs. AI is only going to automate tasks, but not necessarily jobs.
Got it. Right. So basically what I gather from this conversation, Sunil, is redundant jobs will be eliminated in the future. We have to go for a career, for the youth I'm talking about, for that matter, a career where you have to have farsightedness, a vision, and intuitiveness, and some probably out-of-the-box skill set to survive in the coming years, for that matter. But yes, definitely AI is not replacing humans, it is empowering humans, is something which we all need to know. Am I right, Sunil?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So this notion of going away of jobs is not happening. It's just the kind of feature of, or the kind of nature of jobs is going to be changing in the coming years. So AI is empowering humans, not eliminating them. My next question is going to be like for the Indian economy perspective, probably, which is India building actually a deep thought AI tech, or is it just creating wrappers around AI?
Right. So what I would advise students is three important aspects. One is the power of curiosity. Right? Questioning status quo. Why are things working like this? Can we find a different way to solve a problem? That's number one. Second, be on that constant lifelong learning mode. Right? You've got to unlearn what is not relevant, learn what is relevant, constantly upskill, reskill. Third important aspect is agentic thinking. And what I mean by agentic thinking is that being a lot more proactive than reactive. Right?
Proactive than reactive.
So AI-powered agentic thinking is what I would like to call. Right? So when you blend curiosity, the whole aspect of lifelong learning, and with agentic thinking, then sets you up to be a future-ready professional. And when you have future-ready professionals, and when you combine it with India's, market, the potential to solve some of India's biggest challenges, is there, Suruchi.
Yeah, wow. It's a very excellent answer, I must say that. I loved it. And followed by this, I just wanted to say that recently I was just reading probably somewhere that China is coming with AI lessons right from grade 1. You're talking about college here.
College, yes. Yeah.
Absolutely, right. So I was just reading somewhere that they are coming with grade 1 as their AI lessons. So, which makes me wonder, I mean, I have a very deep thought here, right, which I want to counter ask you. That is, presently we are at the world there are two different worlds, wherein China is giving AI to lessons to a grade 1 child. That's one part of the world which I'm talking about. At the same time, I also read, because I read a lot, right? So at the same time when I read that Finland starts its education system for children at the age of 6 years. That's also another part of the world which is happening. And wherein there is a world which is talking about anti-tech, anti-mobile revolution. As you know, that Australia recently has stopped giving social media to 16 till 16 years of age. They've given us this new regulation, right? This is a new thing, right?
Yes.
So all this is on the gamut when I just keep on thinking, what's right? Are we supposed to move towards this AI revolution? That's one. Or second is that are we supposed to take our children back to the basics? So it's really very confusing. So you have to give me some light on here.
Yeah, so Suruchi, what I would argue is that you cannot prevent youngsters from using technology and getting exposed to social media. Because the more curbs, control you impose, that they're a lot more curious and they'll find different ways to somehow access social media knowledge.
Right.
So I think what is very important is enforcing discipline. Easier said than done, right? But as an individual, I cannot be a slave to technology.
Yes.
I must make technology my slave.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. That's true.
So it changes, your mindset needs to change.
Yes.
Right? And just as how as individuals we have to maintain our physical discipline, work ethic, work discipline. Same thing when it comes to social media, the amount of time that we spend on our phone, and thanks to you get alert saying that you use your phone 5 hours in a day, 6 hours a day,
absolutely.
right? So it kind of
screen time
sets you thinking that hey, I've excessively used my phone, maybe I must cut its usage, right?
Yeah.
Right. So at the end of the day, it's the onus is on the individual to figure out how he's using the technology. Right?
Yes.
I would not argue for imposing such kind of controls and say that you cannot use it and all that.
Right.
Then that urge to use becomes even stronger. And that becomes very difficult to control.
I agree with you so much. So yes, I absolutely agree with what Sunil is saying, that we have to make technology as our slave.
Yes.
Very bright lines, I must say that. And that is, we are not supposed to be slave to a technology. And there is a thin line of demarcation which is actually happening right now in the current scenario, where I think the youth, I would rather say, is not able to figure out where is their line of control, rather, where they have to stop. So there is the problem. So I would say that the youth needs to understand that going back to basics is also not a complete alternative.
Yeah.
However, keeping with pace with the technology is also equally important. Am I right?
Absolutely, Suruchi.
Right?
Absolutely.
So you have to create that coordination and that balance in yourself to ensure that you are not lagging behind in your careers. At the same time, you are not also slave to a technology.
And the word that you use, balance, is so important.
Balance,
because it applies to all of us, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You talk about work and home balance, balancing work and balancing life at home.
Right.
It applies to everyone, even for a student.
Right.
How do you balance use of tech? How do you, and as well as studies and all that.
Right.
So very important point.
What's your work-life balance? What do you do at home? Like what exercises or what like for body taming? What do you do? What are the things which you like to do? I mean, just a personal question.
Sure, Suruchi.
Yeah.
So I make sure that I walk at least 40 minutes in a day.
Wow.
Morning about 20 minutes and evening, if I'm not traveling, 20 minutes. I travel about 5-6 days a month.
Okay.
So when I'm traveling, it becomes a challenge.
Okay.
But I try to make sure that I have at least 40 minutes of physical activity.
Very nice.
During a day.
Yeah, that's very nice.
That's what I do.
That's important also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Absolutely. In today's market. Wow. Great. Yes, work-life balance is important. 40 minutes of walk. Very much there, evidently there. Fit you.
I still have to work on my fitness. I'm a little overweight. I need to reduce my weight.
Okay.
Because I travel a lot. So
Agree. So, well, this comes to the juncture of Odyssey of Entrepreneurs Season 3, Episode 2 with Sunil David, guys. Coming to a very interesting round, which is a rapid fire round. And this time it is not going to be personal. It is going to be something which is going to be unique and you guys will have a lot of interest in. One word answers we are looking for, Sunil, and I'm sure the volley of questions are going to interest you. Well, we'll start with the first question. One startup mistake founders repeat blindly.
Startups who always look at valuations more than impact.
Wow, excellent. Valuations over impact startups are looking at, and that's a blunder. Next question. One book every tech leader must read.
So this is a book written by Peter Senge. It's called The Fifth Discipline.
Fifth Discipline by Peter
Senge.
Wow, I would love to read this. Definitely a good recommendation. Would like to know a little more about this book.
Right, sure, Suruchi. So this book written by Peter Senge is talking about systems thinking.
Okay.
When you're trying to blend technology, process, policy and economics, how it all works together.
Wow.
And organizations fail not because technology is bad or leaders are bad, but they don't look at it from a systems thinking standpoint, right? And hence, it's very important for leaders not to look at events, but look at patterns, not to look at symptoms, but look at root causes, right? So it's all about systems thinking. And this particular book addresses all aspects around this.
Wow.
It's very good for tech leaders specifically.
That's amazing. Yeah. Everybody should read Fifth Discipline, guys. Recommended book for the book lovers out there. Well, my next question is, what is that one trend that is going to shock the enterprises in next 3 years?
I think agentic AI is already there, but we are going to see scale of agentic AI for the next 2 to 3 years. I would say that the next era is going to be the era of AI agents. Suruchi.
A little probe in the middle of rapid fire questions, since we are talking about agentic AI as going to be there. I was just reading about humanitarian robots, which is the era which is going to be there in the next 50 years, and it is coming very fast. When the humanitarian robots, which you talk about. So can you please throw a little light on human robots here? Is it going to be there in the next 50 years? Yes or no? And I also read at the same time it is coming very fast. So can you please throw light on that?
Yeah, so Elon Musk, one of his companies is actually working, they call it humanoid robots, I think.
Yes.
So yes, they're working on it. Might probably take maybe 5 years before they can really get it to a level where it can be affordable for somebody.
Yeah.
Today, there are humanoid robots, very expensive, not really affordable, but how to drive adoption? You've got to obviously get the cost down, right? So you can have humanoid robots, but not to the extent of making one person lazy, right?
Absolutely right. I agree with you. So sometimes it scares you also at the same time. I've also read it that Elon Musk has been doing an investment. He's done an investment on this field. $3 trillion has been a package for human robots, which he has already invested. These are the figures which have come up. It's scary also at the same time that how much of human robots are going to be there on the street someday, like walking like humans someday.
Today you have drones delivering packages in the US.
Yeah,
but they'll have drones in India.
It started in India also, right?
Autonomous mobile robots in factories, which are carrying material inside factories, right?
Yeah.
So which is very, very common, right? It's only going to the use of it will increase even more.
Yeah,
and the cost comes down. Right?
It was in news also.
Yeah.
Drones in India also are doing deliveries now.
Yeah, the experiments are going on because regulatory aspects will prevent drones from delivery.
Okay, got it. So this comes to the end of rapid fire round, and a very interesting round again. And I think we all are learning. Learning is continuous, and I would say that we all need to learn from leaders like Sunil, who will be giving so much of inspiration and so much of contribution to India, to economy, and to leadership, and to the IT world. Thank you, Sunil, for your pearls of wisdom on Odyssey of Entrepreneurs. We are extremely, extremely proud to know your journey.
Thank you so much, Suruchi, for inviting me to this show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure conversing with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi. I think it's a very good initiative by Suruchi to engage and converse with the leaders, be it CEOs or entrepreneurs or solopreneurs like me, to learn about their experiences, the work that they're doing, and also talk about different dimensions related to technology, related to leadership, related to trends. I think it's good for young professionals to learn from these experiences so that they are kind of setting up themselves well for their future and for their career growth. Right? So I just wish to compliment Suruchi and her team to have this podcast series, which is only going to help young professionals, young students who represent the future of India. Thank you very much.